Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is Suhail and you are watching Arakan Times Daily English News. Today is Saturday, 5th October 2024. Today's news headlines. Tense clash erupted between Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army ARSA and Arakan Army AA in northern Mongdo. Air strike by military council destroyed 18 houses, mosques and shops in Mongdo. Arakan Army AA extort Rohingya communities in Butidong. Arakan Army AA abducted Rohingya men in Mongdo. Details of today's news. A fierce clash broke out between the Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army ARSA and the Arakan Army AA in northern Mongdo Township, Arakan State, Myanmar, between the villages of Kiyoping and Nasachu, starting from 3 p.m. to around 5:30 p.m. on October 1st, 2024. According to reports, the clash resulted in the deaths of 31 members of Arakan Army AA, with 36 others severely wounded, while medical treatments were provided to the injured. Their conditions remain critical. In addition, 10 members of Arakan Army AA were captured alive by ARSA forces while fleeing from the hotspot. The fighting occurred in the mountain areas between Kiyoping village and Nasachu village near the Myanmar-Bangladesh border. The area is known to host two Arakan Army AA outposts, one of which had over 40 members stationed. Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army ARSA forces launched an attack on these outposts, successfully overrunning them and seized all weapons and ammunition. It is reported that Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army ARSA deployed around 500 troops in the operation to destroy this outpost of Arakan Army AA. It has appeared on social media that Arakan Army AA is inviting the TNLA and MNDA to join the fight against the Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army ARSA in an effort to eliminate ARSA from Arakan state. In response, the Arakan Rohingya Salvation Army ARSA stated, "If you want to fight, come to the battlefield and fight us, but don't just bug on social media." On September 29, 2024, 18 houses, 1 mosque and 1 shop belonging to Rohingya communities were burned down to ashes due to airstrike conducted by the military council in Mongdo Township, Arakan State, Myanmar. The military council dropped approximately 60 bombs between 8 a.m. and 10 a.m. on September 29th, targeting Ward Number 2, Narishong, Basic Education High School Number 2, and Ali Village in Mongdo. A mosque located in Ward Number 2 was completely destroyed after being hit by bombs dropped by the military council during the airstrike at approximately 8 a.m. Additionally, 18 houses and a shop in Ali Village were burned down to ashes after being struck by bombs dropped from a Y-2L jet fighters at around 10 a.m. the same day. The bomb explosions occurred in 3 different locations. 18 houses, a mosque and a shop were burned down to ashes due to the explosion of bombs dropped by the military council, said a source. Reliable reports indicate that these 3 locations were used by the Arakan Army AA to attack the military council's Battalion 5 Nakaka 5 in Mongdo. It has been reported that the military council carried out further airstrikes around Battalion 5, 3 miles and 4 miles at around 1 p.m. on September 30. The military council dropped numerous bombs suspecting the presence of the Arakan Army AA in these areas. Recently, the military council has been regularly using jet fighters, including the Y-2L, to protect Battalion 5 Nakaka 5 in Mongdo. The Arakan Army AA has been accused of extorting forcibly relocated Rohingya communities in Butidong Township, Arakan State, Myanmar. The AA reportedly extorted 2 Rohingya individuals, Lalambani, son of Ulamia, and Muhammad Salim, son of Hyder Ali, who were forcibly relocated to Yongsham village in Butidong. According to a source, the Arakan Army AA targeted these individuals because they used mobile phones to communicate with the people abroad. Many other Rohingya people have faced extortion by the Arakan Army AA for the same reason, using mobile phones to contact their family members living overseas. The Arakan Army AA has forbidden the Rohingya from communicating with anyone abroad via mobile phones. Those who violate these rules face punishment or extortion. Additionally, the Arakan Army AA has installed 2 authorized telephones in Yongchong village, where forcibly relocated Rohingya from different villages are gathered. These 2 phones are the only main permitted for communications, while any other phones are strictly prohibited. The Arakan Army AA abducted 4 Rohingya men from Mingla village in northern Mongdo Township, Arakan State, Myanmar on September 21, 2024. The 4 innocent Rohingya men were abducted and taken without any justifiable reasons. 3 of them were released after 3 days of captivity, while 1 remains in the custody of the Arakan Army AA. The Rohingya man still in the custody has been identified as Muhammad Anas, son of Nadir Hussain, a resident of Mingla village in northern Mondo township. It has been reported that Muhammad Anas has been subjected to brutal and inhuman torture. His body parts have been burnt and he has been dosed with boiling water. He is an innocent person who was abducted without justifiable reasons. He has been brutally and inhumanly tortured. His body parts have been burnt and boiling water has been used on him. His nails were removed and metal objects have been used to beat him, a source stated. The Arakan army is suspected of abducting him on suspicion of being an informant for the military council and Rohingya armed groups. However, he is known as an Islamic scholar, an innocent person, and a beloved figure in his village. Thanks for watching Arakan Times Daily English News.